I guess that's fine though, it keeps Muscovy relatively isolated. Viatka's mine, Sweden's not getting involved, and you're going down. Pretty simple stuff. If I go to Viatka, I'll get a good eye on the situation here, but I don't want to leave all this stuff for him to just waltz into. Hopefully he did not get any units around here. Guess I'll find out soon enough. I'll also make sure that he doesn't have these provinces to go to. He's still at Tech 11, so I got a huge advantage there. Head up here and... yeah, let's go. Try to go for the kill. Pskov are involved. Well, too bad. I'm pretty sure Wallachia could take care of Pskov mano a mano. Uh-oh. Nagai separatists. Well, that's the opposite of what I want. Well, we'll see where they are. We'll get our occupations. The important thing is to prevent Muscovy from raising anything here, but they probably can't because they haven't cored it all. Guess I'll be doing them a favor in preventing those separatists, which would just walk into my country anyway. Alright, Byakar Jr. is doing what he knows how to do best. Then again, the Muscovites are heading over there. I might be able to hit them, but I might miss them I might miss them entirely. Oh well. We'll see what's what. In the meantime, though, let's try to make sure that he doesn't have places to run to over here. What I really want to do is isolate him from legging it over to this side of his own country. Oh, there we go. Good, you're not locked in. That would have been embarrassing. Just walking myself to certain death. That said, they might go on the move, so let's see what happens first. In fact, you going there is a death trap, probably. Possibly. Let's see what's what. That's good. There's no need to sacrifice all your lives there. I'd quite like you down here to deal with this, but Muscovites first. Rebels at least are dumb. Okay, he's reinforcing, which isn't great for me, but I'll have these guys slaughtered with a bit of luck. That's a great general, and I took a bad hit, but I'm flanking them, and I... Ooh, Master of Arms as well. You did good, Muscovy. Just potentially not good enough. Got Yake. Got... it's rolling in now. Excellent. Let's get you guys out of there. There's no need for this. I don't know how his coring is getting on or when he'll be done with it, but why leave any of this to chance? Oh, hello Denmark. Okay, Denmark are dealing with rebels. I thought they might be trying to declare war on Muscovy or something like that. There's Pskov dealing with Novgorod. That's fine by me. I will clean him up in due time. What's that, Byakar? You want to fight more? On you go then. He's just transitioning that awesome general over there now, but so be it. Should get a move on somewhere, I guess. Maybe I'll just clamp down on Vyatka. There's no hurry for it. But I really don't like these rebels existing, so... okay, that's another thing. Let's catch out the Muscovites there. He's trying to raise an army. That'll be done in July, but you will be there in time to stop them. That one will be done in the 2nd of July, but you will be there to stop them. That all works well, then he won't have anywhere here to run to, which all works out for me. Let's have a full pull out of here. I don't want to run into these rebels, and fortunately they're going to my own subject. Okay, maybe that's not fortunate at all, but once we have the Russians dealt with, we'll be fine. Jake, take his Orthodox land, make him convert heathens for you, says Trafficon. That's exactly the plan. Glad you're keeping up. Religious civil disorder in Provence, probably making them less likely to want to save Hungary. No, they're still in it. Thing is, I don't know how many troops our good friends the Hungarians have. 20k or so. I mean, that's now a number that I don't worry about, which is nice. Ooh, Right, the Russians are re-raising an army here. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're heading over there then. I don't want any of these guys left alive. Although I guess I could leave... Oh no, you're already there. Well, let's just make sure he's got nothing to fight back with. Pop him down, chase him down, make sure there's nothing left. But while you're there, please ensure that this land becomes our land. Never know when those Danes are going to get a bit greedy and chancy and jump on in. You guys all did good. Get over to Altir. Make sure there's no stragglers of the Russians that make it past you. Running through Russia is never a good hobby for anyone. Jinx, where's he even going over there? Maybe over to his ally, Pskov. Alright, this is going smoothly. Give it a Ustyug. Make sure all of this is coming along. Just a single unit on Viatka's plenty. Don't know what to do with you just yet. Don't worry, Jake, soon it'll be running through Montenegro. You never know. Oh well, Kazakh is willing to die there. That's quite nice of them. I need to take care of those rebels in case they cause some real problems for my subject. Over you go. Still heading up there. Yeah, having my enemies raise troops that fast can be a real bother. Alright, forget that. We'll take care of those rebels. I should only need one army for dealing with these upstart Russians. I mean, that stack alone isn't going to cause too many problems, so I should just make sure that what we have here gets adequately sieged up so he stops recruiting more of them. There we go. Then there shouldn't be anything to worry about. There we go. Those jammy buggers. That stops them dead, and then I'll just grab them there. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of where all your armies are going, but I'm making it come together. Okay, seriously, those rebels are cute and all, but they've got to die. And let's detach a single division to take care of that. Maybe I should also ensure that I have better relations with my own subject. Might be an unorthodox thing for me to do, but let's do it anyway. Alright, once these sieges are done, you guys collect yourselves together. Muscovy can't reinforce that well in the Commonwealthy, but down he goes. Oh, Wallachia is around to take care of that. Always relying on Wallachia for those kinds of things. Alright, jolly good. Get you folks, maybe not you guys, together in Yuriev to give chase. And, there's Wallachia, taking care of the capital siege for me. Maybe actually we'll take care of Pskov first. Foreign talent, again, exchange money for army professionalism. I wouldn't mind that at all. My professionalism hasn't been doing too great, I've not been drilling at all, but I like bringing that up. You know, at this rate I should be able to get everything I want out of Muscovy if I just take his capital, then I won't even have to worry about chasing down those troops. So Byakar, you're on that case. Pskov ran away. I mean, I could separate piece Pskov any day of the week, but maybe I shouldn't. And let's de-siege this so I get better relations with my own subject. And hello, rebels of mine. I forgot about that. I too get rebels, don't I? Alright, dispatch them, please. Yeah, I guess I'll go on a hunt down. Depletion of the European beavers rather nice. It ups the price of fur, and I should be the one with plenty of furs around here. Well, I will be when I get a bit more north. Looks like Denmark's cornered the market. Alright, Muscovy, let's be quite clear about this. I'm taking this land from you. Let's take these stragglers as well, and that's a pretty good deal for me. It's all Orthodox, and it's all belonging to me. I'm not going to take his money. I don't want him to go bankrupt. I want him to be able to actually convert land. In fact, that's a pretty smooth 100. It'll go down a bit, I imagine, when I what exactly? When I occupy his capital, because it'll bring down costs a bit. There we go, none of you. And he's just kind of traipsing around with no real idea what to do inside my country. Yeah, that's what I thought. Poor guy, I almost feel sorry for him. I don't, but I almost do. Ah, I see, he probably wants this unmanned fortification of mine. And what I want is to actually get some conversions of my own going here. Especially when they contribute quite heavily to unity. Yeah, the ones that are expensive tend not to. I'll work on teen. It's not that expensive, I suppose. That fur of yours is looking quite wheaty, Jake. Yeah, maybe a bit. Hey, Red. Out of curiosity, are the satellite states going to be your own territory, or are you going to make them vassals? I'm going to have a lot of subjects at the end of the game. Because I want to have a cool selection of satellite states. I mean, it's going to be typical endgame stuff where we are cleaning up. Oh, Saxony and Hungary. Right, that means Ottomans would protect Hungary now, which is a bit of a bummer for me. Oh well, no big deal. Alright, come on, Russian capital. Chings, they don't want to fall, do they? I don't want to bankrupt Muscovy, so I should leave him with an actual army that's alive and not dead. Just need his capital to fall, and then everything should be done and dusted. There we go. That's 99. He'll give me all that. I don't need anything else, really. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind this because it's also Orthodox, but no, I'll leave him with that. And, oh geez, what about my own overextension? I only have 16, so that's no bother. Excellent. The only downside is having to core all this, but we'll get around to it. Sweet. I mean, I could take some dosh for all my troubles. I mean, 90 ducats is 90 ducats. Could be mine instead of his. Let's consider a few things here. Muscovy don't have any money. Muscovy already have a bunch of loans. But I'm going to give them a long truce, so I'm sure they can deal with it. How's that for a name? How's that for not being a tentacle anymore? It's all pretty good, I say. Now let's get those cores going. Yeah, so close and yet so not there. Alright, great. That means we're going to have rebellious issues here, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that this isn't a decent-looking border. Let's get our armies together and figure out what's what. Kazakh is probably long overdue a rebel, but hey-ho. Less a tentacle, more of a liquid now. It's more of a discount Russia now. It didn't quite get to the White Sea, didn't quite get to any sea, but we're still going down and around. Oh man, Byakar Jr., that was the last fort that he cracked open right there. No longer serving us. And I can no longer threaten war here. Probably because he has Ottomans on his side. Well, supposedly on his side. Okay, Uzbek will probably be the next to go in 75. Because I can bring in Timmy, no doubt. Hell, I might even bring in Sweet on a distant war. Timmy I won't even promise land, even though he probably wants land. And I shall be getting these Kazakh cores back. In fact, I'm going to say that all this border nonsense with you, Timmy, is land that is rightfully mine, so don't you start stealing up. There we go, he shouldn't label any of it as his own vital territory anymore. Great. Just great. Any more for any more? No, it just looks like you have reconquest on Uzbek and Timmy, and I'm not going to demand that Timmy hand over that 3-dev province yet. Okay, I am hugely satisfied with that. Denmark, though, you're still somebody I want to slaughter. And Commonwealthy is still willing to defend you. But the moment they're not, I will strike you down with the help of Sweden. And I won't promise Sweden jack all. The downside is that Denmark is still really rather strong. I only ripped out one area of them that didn't really matter much in the grand scheme of things. But the Danes have only 3 loans. And their army is... what? It's almost 100,000 strong. Okay, well, Sweden wouldn't stand up to that. Bit far away for Timmy, and Commonwealthy wouldn't get involved there. How are there so many Danes? That's what I'd like to know. Wonder if England wouldn't mind an alliance against the Danes. Jake, are you afraid of the Danes? When there's enough of something, I'll be afraid of it. And there are a lot of Danes. Well, regardless, we should build a spy network on them. I should also do the same to Uzbek so I can steal more maps down the line. Well, actually, it's probably a good idea that, no, if I'm reconquering land, I won't get aggressive expansion. So let's just steal those maps while we're at it. Alright, goody goody. I mean, the chugging is not so goody-goody, but that's the world at war for you. Bohemia doesn't look so good. Neither does Austria. In fact, Saxony is ripping the enemies asunder in this war. France is able to hold off Iberia. Commonwealth and Ottomans together are crushing Eastern Central Europe. Italy's probably too busy killing each other. Nice. Will Timmy give you maps? Maybe, but it costs me prestige to get those. So whilst I could undoubtedly get the likes of Tibet and so, I'd lose 15 prestige a pop. Couldn't I just steal them? Then again, I'm kind of capped on prestige. Maybe I should get Mongolia off of you. Then I could discover all of this. No, nothing there. Right, well, I can steal from Uzbek for relatively free, so let's go with that instead. Can you great power intervene in the League War? It's as good as one already. Perhaps, but I don't think I could involve myself in the side that I want to. So if I intervene in war... wait, would I even be joining in? It's 2-on-2 here. No, it's 3-on-2. I'd be joining the loser's side. Yeah, I'll pass. I will very pass. Bohemia's not the war. Oh yeah, it's Austria. No, certainly not. Yeah, that would put me at war with Ottomans, Commonwealth, and France. I see no advantage to that. Oh, Timmy looks so clean. This is lovely. I'm glad I improved relations with them, though, because that aggressive expansion, not to mention I have a subject on their border, they're probably not too happy with all those things. Okay, I'm going to keep a 21 stack down in Astrakhan, ready to jump on any revolts in Kazakh. Actually, I'll put them over to here. And I shouldn't need these forts of my own active right now. I should hope not. Maybe someday I'll need them, but for now they can go off and I can save a bit of dosh. I appear to be hemorrhaging dosh. Maintenance ain't cheap, I guess. The Danes are still claiming my land. You know, I wonder a bit. Would I make more money if I just collected from Kazakh? Or Kazan, rather. I mean, I have all of the power here, and I'm putting it up to somewhere that I have a fraction of the power. So let's actually try collecting here instead, and maybe siphoning that money from Astrakhan. Uzbek has all the Siberian dosh. Alright, we'll transfer using the Novgorod guy. Let's see what happens to our trade income. 5.67. 6. Oh, well, that's already better. That's not going to bridge that massive gap, though. Let's hold off on sending officers. It's piling. Well, it's got some good events. It gives mill power. Tricky. Ah, well, a lot of the cost is from rooting out this corruption from having way too much land. And you know what? Let's not station ourselves there. Let's just keep ourselves around here so that I don't have to pay my units, and that'll help us bridge the gap. We'll pay for our units when the enemies start rising up. I'll send you guys over there. Muscovites, are you sure you don't want military access? Also, are you converting anything? That's a pretty big and important question. They're not converting either of these, and I can't see what they're doing here. Oh well, Godspeed. I can leave them here for as long as I want. I don't particularly need this land anytime soon. Alright, in a position like this, there's not a whole lot that I need immediately. Commonwealth is still a good ally. The Ottomans are, sure, big and strong and scary, but they could be bigger, stronger, and scarier. They haven't taken over all of Mamluks. They're stopped dead at QQ for unknown reasons. Oh! I guess our Armenian friend is gone now. Does Russia have religious ideas? They have maxed religious ideas, which is very handy for me. Military drill is very important. Let's get it and get it now. It also cuts down the infantry cost, which is good because we have a lot of infantry. Come on, squeeze every penny. I want a surplus, not a deficit. Yeah, burghers could give us further surplus. Especially if I tell them to give me even more money. Gosh, I love loads of dosh. Army tradition is pretty high. Wouldn't mind a new general. Oh, right, this guy's pretty good as an admiral, but away you go. Don't need admirals here. I don't even know what a boat is. All I have are these rafts that people sail around on. Burger bucks to the rescue. It's not too shabby. No autonomy on Bashkirit, which is rather nice. No prosperity either, but we're going there. Is Hungary on the menu yet? The Ottoman warning is keeping me away from the likes of you. Austria wouldn't join in, sure, but there are other problems with that. And they're not willing to listen to my war threats. They were close before, but not close enough. Besides, Hungary's not exactly a threat that I need to demolish now. It's just nice food for me. But whilst I'm looking at nice food, I think it's better for me to chew on soft targets like Central Asia. The downside of Central Asia is how disgustingly Sunni it is, but we're getting there. We will eventually have religious ideas that will eventually allow us to convert some of this land. Kathmandu and Dang, Ayutthaya, Bohemia has rivaled me. That I think is good because Commonwealth still has Bohemia as a rival. Excellent. Get those cores going. Which reminds me, Sarai should probably belong to the burghers. I don't want to give them too much influence, but it would help control the trade around here. Why did I give Astrakhan to the nobility? Yeah, I don't see a good reason not to give Sarai to the burghers. I need that influence over Astrakhan to bring the Dosh up to Kazan. Because yeah, we seem to make the better Dosh in Kazan now. Sweden, Muscovy, and Commonwealth all have power here. I need to kick these guys out of my trade nodes. How about these places like Yuriev? It's not a proper state of mine. I suppose that's a problem. Doesn't help me getting that trade power. What about the rebels in Denmark? Denmark's just enjoying rebels these days. Sadly, PLC will still help them in a fight. But it's noble problems for Denmark. Okay, that was pretty well timed. The icon of St. Nicholas is forgotten. I used him to reduce the amount of aggressive expansion I was getting by eating up all of this Sunni land. The Ottomans still hate me. Denmark and Muscovy still hate me. And the Uzbeks, yeah, they might forgive me in time for the truce. Either way, I'm going to attack them when the truce is up. They're the next big thing in terms of war. Right, who's wanting to rise up? First up, the Georgians. Oh yeah, I'm still paying for this, this fortification. Now, I really don't care about the Georgians. If they want to rise up anywhere, I'm happy enough to give them... Ugh, not a lot I can do about that, is there? Oh well, they'll rise up and I shall deal with them. That fort will hold plenty. Who else wants to rise up? The Great Hordes, as usual, in Balawutsits, this province that I just took. What a shame. Here, we'll give you the clergy so I can squeeze some extra money out of the place. That wasn't a lot of extra money. I'll give you autonomy so that you're less likely to rise up. Oh man. Ust. Vim. Weeds in the garden. You know, I took religious for all the good events that it has, and I've only gotten bad events. At least it'll be easy to convert, but I still don't like the look of it. I'm gonna slam autonomy on it to show how little I care about the province, I think. Permian separatists, we'll get perms anyway. Burghers gain yet more, or burghers cost me a lot of everything. There we go, this is the problem of giving people far too much influence over your nation. I don't like that, but the pain that would come, 75 admin, and some very disloyal burghers. You know what, burghers, sod off. I think I will tell the burghers to go and do one. But if it costs me army tradition, I'm going to get myself a new general before that. We're going to have Muley join in. Yeah, those are stats. Off you trot, burgers. No admin for me, ever. Oh man, they double rose up. Still, that fort will keep it protected, and I'll send down whatever we need to take care of it. Does sadly mean I need to pay for my army now, and manpower is good, but discipline is also good. But we're kind of suffering on manpower. Let's take manpower, but discipline reduces need for more manpower. Discipline. And I guess I'll have to actually pay for my units now. Deficit isn't too bad. How about releasing Perm to get the northern part of Muscovy? But why? Why would I release Perm for such a small amount of land? It's no big deal for me to just annex it, which is a nice reminder that I should get some claims on them, and a further nice reminder that I need more claims on my good friend Denmark here. Since I have this, I can... That bugger converted all this land. Muscovy's still claiming my land desperately. How did you survive as Montenegro? Given that I got it declared on by 3 countries at the very start, it wasn't easy. But we still survived. That doesn't answer the question at all, I know. So I'd recommend watching the start. It's not often that I recommend watching my videos, so... Naval Equipment Manufactory, that I want. The double uprising from low development provinces feels very Soviet. We're getting there, says Block the Bleak. Yeah, I'm just glad that I kept this mountainous fort. Oh sweet, if they're not getting together I'll have an easier time slaughtering them. This isn't so nice though, I'm hemorrhaging dip from all these subjects of mine. Maybe I should kick religious to the curb and actually get... No, I must get religious. I must eventually make all this land useful. Even if it seems like a pipe dream right now. I have a dream that someday all this sunny garbage land is going to be exceedingly useful. Why not build a few buildings in the downtime? I like to use my money for weaponizing myself against others. I only build buildings in the mid to late game. Unless I think they're extremely profitable. But right now, let's say I wanted to build some taxation buildings. It's like, yeah, sure. It'll pay off in 50 years, or I could use that money to build an army to crush others. And I just really like having a windfall. Because I play with no loans ever. So I don't want to be stuck in a position where I'm forced to go down the lone route. I'm just going to merge you guys together entirely. This is a tough place for us to be. And I'm sure they'll come and get me here. There we go. And to add insult to their injury, they're going to take a river crossing as well. And I don't even have to de-siege these lands. It's funny that that's going back and forth. Alright, wonderful, magnificent. Let's ditch some of these losers. Actually, I'll make them go for a bit of a run around. You guys are going directly up. The Great Horde wishes to rise up in Belgi and Lower Dawn. So I'm going to have you stand around in Belgi and reduce unrest. More cores done. It's all just coming together now. Okay, great. Not only that, we're getting conversions done at a not pathetically slow rate. And not over-the-top costs either. I want the ones that affect Unity the most. I want it to affect Unity a lot, but not be incredibly expensive. So this one that's going to take 1.6 in 22 months for 2 ducats, well, that's 44 ducats for a decent improvement in religious unity. I did not expect Novgorod to... Ah, Christ! Never going to get there in time. Novgorod's going to fall, and I wasn't paying for it. Wasn't paying attention for it, for sure. Get there as fast as you can. Enjoy the separatism, Jake. I won't. Dang, I'll never get there in time. That siege tick's going to only take 35 days. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be paying for that. Oh well. That's a damn shame. I also got to de-siege the province and I don't have my walking siege man. And I'm outnumbered and in bad land and just... Ah, this could have all been prevented by having a... having the fort paid for. Oh well. You make mistakes, you pay for them. Speaking of, let's have you prevent the Great Horde uprising. The Kazanis, unless I want to give Veda something or other its autonomy, they're going to rise up on me. And maybe I do. Or maybe I want this to be a full-on area, because Kazan's pretty swell, isn't it? A full-on state, rather. I do still have some spare states to give out, 2 of them in fact. And Kazan and Imereti are 2 top dogs for being given them, even though it's a small place. I think I will. But I need this cord up first. So Jake, are we still going for the USSR borders in 1946, or are we going for Russia at theoretical territorial height? Probably the latter there. I don't know, I'm going to go for what feels right. I want Warsaw Pact borders here, and I want Russian territorial height here. A nice mix of the two. No matter what I do, there are people that are going to push up their eyeglasses and go, well, actually. So I'm not too worried. We'll have it work out one way or another. Alright, the Great Horde separatists are going away. This core is almost done. How about that war with Uzbek? That is in 2 years. So war in 2 years, reconquest. I should be able to rip Uzbek asunder. And since you are scootaged... Oh, well, I'll be integrating you very soon anyway. How fancy for me. Can we time out the actually crew, like with the islands? I mean, if they're getting way too over the top, then I don't see why not. Alright, it's a shame about that one and a few of the provinces here, but you should be protected by the Kazani fort. Alright, good, got Novgorod back in time. Let's minimize the damage that you're going to do, and then move on over here. I'd rather have rebels in this Muscovite land than give them autonomy. Because it's good enough land, at least. Alright, let's state this one up. That's kind of costly, actually. Get it all cored up nicely. And you're very tempting to give to the burghers because of that, but because of that, I want to give you to the clergy. Let's squeeze the dosh out of you. In fact, we'll squeeze the dosh out of just about everything we can here. It's a dangerous amount of influence that those estates of mine have. Goody goody. Shame about the whole orthodoxy thing. Alright. Kazanis. But the Kazan fort should protect us from the Kazanis. Unless I want to give this autonomy to completely get rid of any Kazani threat. Kanadi, Bulgar, Arshali. There's a bunch of places I want to rise up anyway. And it's not even due to separatism. Separatism's gone. It's just that all the problems put together are causing them to want to revolt. Now I could deal with that if I had a new icon that would really crush down on separatism. And I could get that if I was able to seek support from the clergy again, but I can't do that until 79. So let's hope for a nice event. God, it's nice to have an actual country here. It's not going to be nice when those Muscovite separatists stroll into my land, though. I hope Denmark takes care of that. Kind of tempts me to go and bully them for a bit. Oh, I've got more spy network on Uzbek than I could ever need, so I should be stealing maps from them. Could I get Mongolia, or is it going to tell me I don't have anybody in the region to do so? Nah, I'd have to have somebody in western Siberia. And this is all Uzbeki land. Well, not necessarily. I could walk somebody over to western Siberia up there. Bit of a trek, Ken, but I wouldn't mind those maps. Let's try our luck. There we go. Alright, it's a time of relative peace and prosperity for us. They are heading to Belo-Ozero, okay. Well, let's take care of the Danish rebels for them. That's some advanced strategies they're using for, against us. It's my favorite trick, and they've captured it. Okay, it looks like the Muscovites have gotten their cores here, which is great, but it doesn't look like they're continuing with their conversions, probably because they're too in debt. But if I leave them there, they will have no reason to go into debt, so I'll just keep them artificially alive in my little petting zoo, and everything should be okay. Alright, you I need on for those potential Kazanis. Kazanis, Kazakis, this is going to get confusing, especially with Kazakh on the map. You could make metropolitans for Patriarch Authority. That is an excellent idea. The question is, can I do it anywhere? Well, there's an answer right there. I could make one right here. State maintenance goes up, but it's really close to home, so it doesn't really matter. But really, I want it for that Patriarch Authority. So there we go. I get the Patriarch Authority. And I really want the High Patriarch Authority, don't get me wrong, but for now, I want that unrest down. Because I face too much of it all the time. Ooh, that's very tempting, but no. Let's stamp that down. The Kazanis still wish to rise up, but I think I could put you to use. There we go, let's try that. You're a pretty meaty group, so you should be able to carpet a lot of the area. Ustvim, yeah, this province is a pain. Let's just Karthunk it there. I wonder if you could even extend your influence up there. Muscovy's even insulting me. Probably because I'm killing all of his rebels. Alright, good. It's going down. Maybe you can go and add to the reduction there. Let's not get carried away though.